Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. It's Veterans Day, November 11th. Mom died on October 1st. Tuesday afternoon, early evening when I was there, I started to leave and I said, "I'll see you later, Mom." I started to walk out and I said, "Whoops, I forgot." Mom taught me this. I went back in and said, "I love you, Mom." And she opened her eyes gently. Next morning at 1:30, I woke up, had a heart attack. Took a nitro, calmed down. 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, bam, hit another one. This was a 2 nitroglycerin tablet. I'm sorry about the noise. I don't have any energy. This is the first day I've been out since October 1st. 4:10 in the morning, I had another heart attack. That had to get me to the hospital later on in the day. I got a phone call from Berkeley at 7 a.m. saying Mom had passed away at 4:10. I knew it because I felt her. Same thing happened when Dad passed away. I felt his heart attack before I woke up, and I got up and told Madeline to answer the phone. The phone's not ringing, answer the phone, and the phone rang. Same thing happened with Uncle Reuben and a couple others. To date, from October 1st to November 11th, Sandra has not talked to me about that Mama died, where the funeral home was, what are the funeral preparations, nothing. But as you can see by these 2 flowers here, Mom has been buried, and yet to date, nothing. Think of the evil, the amoral evil that did this. All the hurt I have, think of the hurt that she delivered to my mom. She isolated her for over 5 days in her house. No exercise, no social interaction other than church on a Sunday maybe. She warehoused her where she slept on the couch. The only thing my mom had to eat was prepared meals that she bought that were already made, other than when I came over. Hundreds and hundreds of recorded calls by me where my mom didn't answer the phone. And then when I'd say I got a call for a wellness check, then miraculously Sandra would tell her to call me. Dad, how could this happen? How could she take our heritage and destroy it like this? I know this is Veterans Day, but when I came up here and saw the second flower urn there, and here's been Mom, she'd been put into the ground, and not one notice from family. I have no energy. This is beyond empty for me. But a couple things before I do this, because every year for 47 years I brought flags. My memory's a little soft from all the medication I'm on, so I might have to read some of the names. But here's a note I put into Dad's flower urn 20, 30 years ago, and I saw it in there and took it out when I was placing flowers. A flower urn memory. A note I wrote to Dad, placed underneath his flower urn. I discovered it one day 30 years ago, and it would have said, "Thanks, Dad. You never hollered at me for making mistakes, but you did let me know when I made dumb things." This here is a picture that I had taken of me in 2015. I've changed a lot, haven't I? My mom said I never get pictures from you. So I had this one made in a 8x10 or 5x7. She said, "Is that all?" So I jokingly got her this one. You know where I found this? It was in the hallway broken picture frame, and it was setting on the corridor. This is after Mom went into the hospital. This is the landscaping plans for the front yard that I really wanted to do for her. This is me doing the ceremonial fist pump when I went in for heart surgery October. I did this for one reason. In 2012, when my mom had her heart attack, Sandra and Renee didn't let me know for over 2.5 hours. Think of that, my mom could have died. Think of the hideous hate going on with these two, and I have no clue why. But when I went in there, Mom walked in, saw me walking in, and she shook her fist at me like, "Where have you been?" It's shook in good humor. My mom's funeral, memorial, whatever you want to call it, that I was not there because I wasn't told. By the way, Pastor Eric of the West Valley United Methodist Church in Chatsworth actually sent me a text saying, "We don't want you anywhere around the church. We will let you know when the memorial service." Think of that coldness. Did they ever sing my mom's favorite song? I don't know if I can because it's so sad. Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. Oh, how great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. I'm sorry about my voice. I used to sing with Mom. She'd play the piano, every day around 3 o'clock. When she was in Brooksdale, she should have come home in December. Sandra warehoused her there till August, but I said to Mom, because I still went by every day to see her, "Mom, do you play the piano down there?" "No, why?" My mom went down there, started playing that piano. They found out that my mom was in the USO during World War II, and there's a picture of my mom on the wall with all the other veterans from Brooksdale. Every day of my mom's life should have been filled with joy. The hideousness that my mom experienced in the end. Sandra's negligence caused her to break her forearm and her wrist. When I went in to see her, I was so shocked because I knew my mom was dying by what Sandra's negligence had done. But I had to smile. "Hi, Mom, how you doing?" I made her vanilla malts that she loved. I made mashed potatoes for her, tapioca pudding, a sponge that you dip in water for her to give her some moisture. She shut down and for 5 days didn't eat anything. Her insides were literally eating themselves out until she died at 4:10 in the morning on October 1st. How could we treat our family this way? Just how could we treat our family this way? My mom was everything to me. When I told her, I said, "I love you," my mom taught me that. When I was riding to school for the first time on my bike, she followed me to school that day. And the next day, I hear this, I'm waiting for her, and I hear this, "Have fun today in school, Donnie, I love you." And I turn around and Mom's waving like this. She's wiping a tear from her eye at the same time. My dad always told me too, you can disagree with family, but you never fight or argue with family because you put a dividing in where somebody has to win. You don't have to win with family. Look what they've done to my heritage. Because you know what? When I'm gone, there's no more of me. There's no more a lion, no more of any of this. I feel so empty. I feel so lonely. I feel that I should have been able to do something else. I called the police, had Adult Protective Services, and Sandra changed the locks on the doors, wouldn't answer the phones, and just excluded Mom from me all the holidays. There wasn't a birthday, Christmas, Easter, Father's Day. Not one of them that I was acknowledged when Sandra was there. Mom did for the first 2 years, and then the dementia took over. But the sheer evil of Sandra, to have a secret trust made, where she named herself executor, power of attorney, and then treated my mother with such isolation the way she did. I don't know how Sandra's conscience can live, knowing what she did to my mom for over 5 years, and then what she did to my mom's end. Think of it. Not eating, your organs eating themselves out, dehydrated, emaciated, talking gibberish. I sang songs to her in the hospital with a better voice than I have today. I miss my mom. I miss my dad. And my mom should not have died the way she did. I even had it set up to bring her home to die so she could sit in the living room and look out the window, and I'd been there 24/7 with her so she could have the comfort of something familiar at home. I wasn't even on the DNR, do not resuscitate. Nobody was. But on my persistence of text and voicemail, guess what happened on Tuesday, the day before Mom died? Sandra had her name put out as a DNR and she never even showed up. I don't know how this evil doesn't have an accounting. Most importantly, I don't know how to forgive Sandra for what she did to my mom. Just horrible. God bless you, Mom. I'm sorry I couldn't intervene. Do something more for you. I'd come over and the doors were locked and no one would answer because she changed the locks on the house. She had security cameras up. I am the only one who stayed from the family from the day I was born until October 1st. Here's a real bit of ugly, and I'll close for now because I'm getting tired. This book here, I wrote this to my mom. I love you, Mom, for 74 years of being my mom. And I even opened up, each year had a different entry. But on my first one, I said, Mom, I want to say thank you and I love you for all the warmth and cuddles that made me who I am today. You know what happened to this book? Sandra hid it from my mom in the den on the upper shelf where no one could get to it. When I came back this year to add another one, I said, where is this? Well, what are you talking about, Donnie? And I went in the den and Sandra starts hauling on me. I have an audio recording of that. How evil and cruel can you be to have a book of nothing but joy and love on how much you care for somebody? How could she hide it from her? Enough for now. God bless you all, and thanks for listening. I really need your help, because this is beyond me. I've lost my purpose.